So we're live. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for joining Alita's Humble Life. I'm so excited about my show today. I have a beautiful, beautiful woman today on the show. Beautiful inside and out. I really love this chick. We talk all the time. She's grooving into the bestie spot. But yeah, she is amazing. Can you introduce yourself, guest?
I'm I was waiting on you to do that. You gave me all of that good, beautiful stuff. I am
Yeah.
Jinnefer, Jennifer Strother from Jennifer's Open Book.
Great, great. So, I really wanted to get into you. I wanted to let everybody get to know you. I want people to know how beautiful you are inside and out. And I also want to know, I want them to know how sweet you are. You're such a sweet person. Your voice calms me all the time. I may not say it all the time, but I could be having a rough day, and this chick's voice calms me down all the time. So yeah, I
I'm
wanted
so
you
glad I could
to.
do that for someone.
Yes, girl, you do. I'm serious. If I'm having a bad day, you just call and check on me. Like, hey, how are you doing? Your voice is just so calming, and I love it. And I love your videos. That's your voice is very soothing. So,
Thank
uh,
you. And when I call you, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I'm genuine. When I call to check on you, I'm calling to check on
girl, I know that. I know.
you.
I know, and I thank you so much because you do call and you just check on me, and just your spirit is so sweet, and we hit it right off like instantly. Like you said, even on your video, we hit it off instantly. Like the conversation was the bomb. Like we just linked like we were sisters, or you know what I'm saying, like we've been knowing each other for years, and that's the type of person you need in your life that you can vibe with like that. I wanted my viewers and my subscribers to get to know you, just as well as you did for me. So give us a little background about yourself. You can tell anything. I know that you're a mother, entrepreneur, you do a lot of stuff. And so give us a little bit of background about yourself.
I have so much going on. First, I want to apologize to you guys. Like she said, I'm a mother, and my child is overly vocal today. And I messed around and made her a drum shaker before I did this, so she's working that out in there.
Uh-oh.
So you guys are gonna hear a whole lot of Alexa. But
Oh.
I am a single mother. I am totally blind. I'm a motivational speaker by trade. I have my own YouTube channel, which is Jennifer's Open Book. Y'all heard me mention earlier. Um, I am involved in several organizations, including the National Federation of the Blind, and different tiers under the National Federation for the Blind, as well as I just joined an organization called Sisters into Soul Care. Um, what else do I have going on? I'm just kind of a
Jack of
everywhere
all
person.
trades. Yeah.
I try to get everywhere that I can, anywhere that I feel is going to be helpful to others. I want to be helpful to others, and that's the organizations that I join. They are helpful to other people, and me helping other people helps me. So sometimes you'll hear me say on my channel when I'm just talking, when it's just me talking to you all. Um, I'm sharing my experience, and I'm also sharing what I've learned from those experiences. And while I'm sharing with you, I'm learning with you as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I know you have a segment on your YouTube channel. Let's go into a little bit about what you do on your YouTube channel. I know that you have a segment where you bake cookies, and that's like my favorite. It's my favorite. I seen the turtle cookies, and I was like, wait a minute, like, oh my goodness, she made them cookies. Like, I love it, love it, love it. Can you give us like a little bit of background on like how you started to YouTube channel, why you started to YouTube channel? Can you give us some information on that?
Yeah, so I actually yeah, I started my YouTube channel some years ago, but I didn't do anything with it. I think I started in 2017. It might have been before then, but I never did anything with it. And I met a young man in February, Anthony Parker. Um, he brought me on his YouTube channel, and he's also blind. We were talking about my daughter that I adopted my daughter, so we were talking about adoption and being a blind parent and everything. And after we finished, he was like, "You should start your own YouTube channel." I was like, "I have one, but I don't know what I'm doing." So he gave me some tips and helped me get started. And he was my first interview. I did a couple interviews with him before I started feeling confident enough to interview anyone else. But it was mostly me talking and sharing with people, sharing my experiences, and trying to motivate people. So I really wanted my channel to be motivational. I want to motivate you to love you, to be a better you. Um, and the people that I bring on, they usually have an inspirational story or they're motivational one way or another. And it's not just the blind, I bring in sighted people as well. And I just like for people to see other people doing things, being entrepreneurs or volunteers or um, getting in shape, whatever they're doing, because some people need to see that whatever it is that you're dealing with, you need to see someone else who's overcoming it so that you can feel like, yes, I can do this.
Yeah, absolutely. You and well, Anthony and you really are, a lot of the factor of why, I was able to get up and do it. I mean, Anthony is everybody from my channel that maybe looks, subscribed, watch my videos, they know Anthony. Anthony really pushes me. He still pushes me. And you also do the same thing. Dealing with this, the eye issue is not easy at all. And so pushing through that, I've learned from you guys to just, keep a cool head and try to, do the best of my abilities at what I'm good at. And that's what I really like about you. You're motivational. You push the people around you. You're very positive. Your outlook on life is amazing. Like not everybody is like that. Not everybody has the
And I'm
wonderful
going to
outlook.
tell you, I have not always been like this, but there's so much negativity in the world. There's so much just ugly in the world, and I got sick of it. And I didn't want to be part of that. I wanted to be part. I want to be the sunshine on your cloudy day. I don't allow anybody to be sad around me. I don't. It's just it makes me uncomfortable. So
Yeah.
I do my best to make other people feel better. And that, like I said, that's part of the reason I wanted to start this channel because, somebody might need to hear what I had to say that day.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer on that, if we have that type of spirit that we're supposed to put that out in the atmosphere and help others in the time of maybe they're going through something or, maybe they're dealing with a lot. And I believe that if we can pour into them, that can make their day better. It can make their month better. You never know. You could save somebody from wanting to commit suicide. You could save them from, just being depressed and heartache. So
And I'm
let's
gonna tell you, like I said, I bring on sighted and blind people. And my channel, a lot of people they ask me if my channel is specifically for blind people, and it is not.
no.
Most of the groups that I speak at, as a matter of fact, um, I want to say everything that I've done as far as motivational speaking goes, the different seminars and things that I've done, they have been for sighted people, and it was to motivate them.
Hmm.
I did one segment called "I'm Not Afraid of the Dark," and I was talking about me growing up and everything, and how I had no room for fear. If I was afraid, and I would be stuck in one place all the time. And this really helped these people, even though there was not another blind person in this crowd. And I love the feedback when everybody walked out of the room. I was listening to, what they were saying. And some people were like, wow, if she's doing all of that. I need to get myself together. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And that's what I
yeah,
want to motivate you to do that. I want you to know, I'm blind. There are other blind and handicapped people who are out here. They're living their best life. And if you're blind and handicapped, you can live your best life. If you're not blind or handicapped, you could be living your best life. We're doing it. What's stopping you? We're not allowing, us being blind or handicapped or anything else stop us. So what's stopping you?
absolutely. And that message in itself, that's what helps me. Like you and Anthony helped me because I'm going through this and dealing with this. And like I said before, this process of me going into, losing some of my sight or whatever the case may be, it's not easy. It is not easy. Day to day, I'm dealing with this. And sometimes I have to lean on people. I had to lean on Anthony and I had to tell him, like, boy, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes this is rough. But he reminded me, like, Aletha, you're the reason why I wanted to push you because of your attitude, because of your personality, because of the life and vibrantness that you have in you. So let people continue to see that. And I love that message from you guys, and I really appreciate that a lot. I really do. Let's talk about you and your daughter. Can you give us a little bit about that, about how you adopted your daughter and how you got blessed with her? Because this story blew me away. Like, it really blew me away. You were meant to be a mother, and God made sure that you were. So tell me about this. Tell the people about that because I really love this story.
So I'm gonna give you like a little bits and pieces because November is Adoption Awareness Month, and I'm gonna share the entire story on my channel in November. And just give
Okay.
me just a second. Baby girl, go in the living room until I'm done. She's acting up now. I just told her that before we started. But I have wanted to be a mother since I was a teenager. And for whatever reason, it's never happened for me physically. I was not able to conceive. The doctors couldn't figure out why. They did all kind of tests, and they're like, "We have no idea what's going on with you." And they wanted to say it was the person that I was trying to conceive with, but I actually tried to conceive with a couple of people who went on to have children after the relationship was over. So I'm pretty sure it's me. But that being said, it just didn't happen for me, and I prayed about it. It's one of those things that I prayed about for years, and I was in a relationship with someone for about 3 years, and um, we were coming towards the end of that relationship, and I sent off for some adoption papers because at this point I just gave up on trying to conceive myself. I sent off for the adoption papers. I was gearing myself up for a fight because I'm like, I know they're gonna give me a hard time because I'm a single blind woman, trying to adopt a child, and they're gonna try to make me do what they think is best for me or try to talk me out of it or whatever. So I was gearing up for a fight. I was praying, you know, going to God about this. And the weekend I was going to break up with my boyfriend, his children's mother called and said, I don't have anywhere to go. The kids need to come over there. Now, he didn't have anywhere to go other than my house. And I couldn't
Mm,
let these kids go out on the street.
mhm,
So, they ended up with me, and she was 3 months pregnant. And she was talking to me about it, and she said she had no idea what she was going to do. She didn't believe in abortions, and she was scared to put the baby up for adoption because she wasn't going to ever see the baby again if she did that. And she wanted to be able to see the baby sometimes, not be the mother, but actually, just see the baby kind of grow up from a distance.
mhm.
So I was like, I'll do it. I got the adoption paper. Like I said, I was going through an agency, and I had everything on my table ready for it. I had to find somebody who would read it for me.
My God.
So anyway, she let me adopt her baby. I got to be there when she was born and everything, and she signed over her parental rights. We went through the adoption process is harder for the person who's adopting the child than the person who's putting the child up for adoption. The person who is putting the child up for adoption just has to sign over their parental rights, and that's it. They're done. But we have to go through home studies and hearings and all kind of stuff. So it took about 2 years for my adoption to go through, and it was just
Ooh.
because it was. I don't think that that's how long they normally take. There was I had a misunderstanding with my lawyer over the time. Like he told me that I was supposed to have the baby in my custody for 6 months. And I'm thinking, she just has to live with me for 6 months. And so I waited until she was 6 months old before I called him. And he was like, well, you have to get a home study. You have to get, yeah, he said you have to get 2 home studies. We have to set up the hearing for your custody. And after that custody hearing, she has to be with you for 6 months. I was like,
Mm,
we could have did this a long time ago.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it took a long time for the adoption to go through. I also found out that when lawyers have pressing cases, because sometimes children have to be removed, and they need these lawyers for like custody, like pressing custody issues.
Hmm.
They kind of put the people who are not don't have like the pressing cases on a back burner. And I was one of those people because, I had my baby and everything. All I had to do was get the paperwork. So he was busy with other cases too. And I had to keep on reminding myself, you're not his only client. You are not his only
Yeah.
client.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it was no problem. The home studies went over where I was so worried that somebody was going to find something wrong. And so I probably over childproof my house. I did all kinds of stuff. And the caseworker who was doing my home study, she said, Jinnefer, don't worry. She said, you are going above and beyond what you have to do, which shows how much you love that little girl. And she said, you're doing a lot better than a lot of sighted people that I have to
Mm,
go and see. She said, this baby is healthy, happy. She hasn't been to an emergency room. She obviously loves you. You're fine. And
yeah.
the judge said the same thing, and the guardian ad litem. So these were all the people who I thought was going to give me a hard time, and they were very supportive.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. I just was like, God really, He meant for you to have a baby. Your daughter is meant to be with you. And that thing just did something to me when you told me about that. And I think that you are perfect to be a mother. Girl, you could have 5, 6 kids. You know what I'm saying? And I think that you would have the patience for each and every one of them, each and every one of their personalities. I do believe that you were meant to be a mother. So that story touched my heart. It really, really did.
I'm
It
going to
really
tell you, at
touched my
one
heart.
point before the relationship ended, I had 5 children in the house. I had
You
five
see what I'm
children.
saying? You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to tell
Yeah.
you, to show you how God answered my prayers so thoroughly. I wanted a baby. I got a baby. While she was pregnant, she went to get the ultrasound, get her sonogram. And I was praying. I said, Lord, whatever my baby is, just bless my baby to be healthy. I can deal with a boy, but I prefer a girl. I know girl. So I prayed about that, and she came back and she was like, "It's a girl." I was like,
I know, right? Oh my
answered my
gosh,
prayers all the
yes.
way around, and she was born healthy. She was small, and she wouldn't eat at first, so she had to stay in the hospital for a little while. But she ended up being just fine. She's perfectly healthy. She's being a little obnoxious right now, but she's 5, and that's what
But
she's
that's
supposed to
that's how
do.
God works though. You know what I mean? Like if you really trust him to do something, really pray earnestly with your heart and you trust him to do something, listen, he does it. He does it without I mean, you don't even have to ask him twice. You ask him one time, you really trust him, and he gives it to you on a silver platter. And that's what I love about him. Not saying he a genie, but if you just trust him, if
If
you
you
tell him,
trust him, he'll
make
give
a
you the
request and
desires of your heart.
trust him. Yes, and like literally,
And
he
you,
will do.
the key word is trust, and you have to trust and be patient, because when you want it might not be when you need it. So
Mhm.
I had another prayer that I've been praying since I was very young. I've been praying for us. Okay. Um, hasn't happened yet.
But
And
God gonna do that, girl. He gonna do it.
exactly. And us as humans, we get a little impatient because we're getting older. We get older. And society has a tendency to put a timeline on us. So we want
Yeah.
to be married with a career in our house and everything by the time we're like 30, 35, or something like that. And it doesn't always happen like that. Sometimes it happens later on in life.
Mhm.
Everything doesn't happen when you want to. So again, this is one of those things. I have proof that he answers prayers. So
I know
any
that's
other
right
prayer
there.
that
Me
I
too.
pray, I'm
Me
I'm
too. I do
definitely like,
too.
I'm like, when at your time, God, when you ready. When
Yeah.
it's time, look, when I'm ready, when you say I'm ready, because I might think I'm ready, but maybe I'm not, maybe he's not.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Well, I'm so glad I had you on today. Like, really, 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 I'm so excited. What do you have coming up with Jennifer's open book?
So October is Meet the Blind month. Today is the first day of October, isn't it?
Yep,
So
absolutely.
it is Meet the Blind month. Um, I am getting some things lined up with my channel. I don't have much yet. I did all of my interviews last month, which was crazy. I should have scheduled everything for this month. I had so
Started
many
that, yeah.
amazing I had so many amazing blind and visually impaired people. So I might just share a lot of those videos throughout the month and try to get some more blind people on for you guys to meet some more amazing people, because we are out here, we're doing our thing. And some people are
Yeah,
so busy that they don't have time to come on the channel and talk about how busy.
they are. Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
so
And
just
that's
this
how we gonna
blind,
be. That's how we gonna be in a few minutes. Like we're gonna be so
right.
busy that we ain't gonna have time to be doing nothing else. You know what I mean? But like I really am like my heart, like really I am so happy that you came on. I'm so happy that my subscribers had a chance to meet you, get a chance to listen to your story, your baby, how you got your child, just the person that you are. Please, if you're listening, you listen to the replay. If you are listening right now, please go over and check out Jennifer's open book. Her channel, she didn't talk about the cookie. I want to talk about the cookies.
I'm gonna tell you about the cookies. So I started
I-
with the cookies. Um, I was, I was, I was. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I was running out of things to talk about, and I was like, okay, I have to do something else on here, because I wasn't really getting very many viewers either. So I said, well, let me try some demonstrations. So one day I made a cookie. I cannot remember. Oh, peanut butter. I was making the peanut butter cookies for someone,
My
and I
favorite.
decided to record it. And that got so many views and so many likes. Everybody liked it. So I wasn't consistent with it, but I just started baking the cookies on it. And I was like, this can help somebody. It's not just for the views. Some people don't know that they can cook. Some newly blind and visually impaired people don't know that they can cook. They don't know that they can bake and everything. And
Yeah.
I cook all the time. I love cooking. That's one of my things. And nobody taught me how to cook. I just kind of channeled my ancestors.
Okay.
And I would call my mom and my stepmom and ask them what they put in something that I like that they cook. But of course, we don't measure. So,
Yeah.
I kind of,
No,
and I
we don't do that.
perfected my skill over the years.
Mhm.
So I just started cooking, and I've started this thing. I just decided that I was going to do it last month. I'm going to have a cookie of the month. So I'm going to bake cookies once a month. And I'll probably cook something else, because I made gumbo too. I'm not just gonna be baking cookies.
Yes, I seen
I'm
that
going to
video
be
too.
cooking.
Your gumbo video. I did see that video.
So I'm not a chef, and someone asked me in one of the groups, was I a professional? Because they were a professional, and they also saw the title. I started off calling it blind baking, and there is an actual person who calls herself the blind baker, and she does it professionally. I think
Okay.
she's on Instagram,
Hmm.
and I know that she does it. I think she has her own bakery too. I can't remember, but I know that she was letting me know that I was using her name in a polite way. So I
Uh-oh.
just I just started calling it baking in the dark, and then when I cook something other than cookies, I'll call it cooking in the dark. But um, I was trying to encourage other blind or visually impaired people to get in the kitchen and cook. You don't have to order your food all the time. You don't have to wait on somebody to cook you something to eat. You could go in the kitchen and cook. You could look up some recipes and add and take away whatever you want to them. Get in the kitchen and cook. But what was amazing was that a couple of people who can see called me up, some people that I know. They called me up and they were like, "Do you know how inspirational it is to watch you cook? You
Yeah.
are amazing." And this one lady, she said, I'm baking some of these cookies for my husband. Somebody else was like that, my husband loves these. So I love like the comments, and I love it because I'm helping people, and not just blind people, but everybody. I'm
Yeah.
encouraging
Yeah.
everybody, get in that kitchen and cook.
Yeah. And that's what I love about that segment. I love that about that portion of your show. And I kind of look forward to it because it's really therapeutic. It really, really is. And the further I go into this warped dark hole, as I can call it, I'm learning that, I'm learning my kitchen. Like I know I'm gonna get training and whatnot into my kitchen and stuff, but as it gets darker, I'm still, trying to maneuver in the kitchen. And so that gives me inspiration to be able to cook and do different things like that. So I really appreciate you even having that section of the cooking and stuff like that. Thank you so much, Jennifer. I really, really do appreciate for you coming on. You know I love you to death. Like I really,
Thank
really
you
do.
for having me.
Yes, absolutely. I thank you. Everybody go over to check out Jennifer's open book. Her name is spelled different, but you can see it right underneath her. And it's not J-E, it's J-I.
So
So,
I'm gonna spell it for you. It's JINNERFER apostrophe S, open book.
absolutely. Go over to her channel, check her out. She is amazing. She is an amazing person. She has amazing shows. And check out some of her older videos as well because she is very inspirational. And she has some people on there on her show that are visually impaired and blind, and they're doing amazing things as well. Like we out here, and that don't mean that we handicapped. We could because we can't see because we have visually impaired issues. Like that don't make us none of that. We can be out here. We out here like doing our thing. So thank y'all so much for coming on and sharing this time with her. She is amazing again. Thank you. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, you guys. Thank you so much and have a blessed day. Bye.